Hey, what's up, fellow traders? I hope you guys had a great week. I know the regular traders had a short week, but for us, we just had a couple hours off and then we got back to work. That's us. But I hope you guys had a great week. I got something really, really special for you guys today. I told you all before that I would not try another prop firm until I have mastered and have reached the plateau on the one that I'm working on. I've done that with Take Profit Trader. So now I started looking at another one. This is real similar to Take Profit Trader. One of my mentees that I do shadow mentoring with was using it, and it looks and works in terms of trading just like Take Profit Trader. So we didn't really have any issues. And so the last couple of weeks I've been using it, and I'm going to share that with you today right after I share this message with you. Okay? You got to kill the noise, guys. You got to stop focusing on the noise. The noise comes from chat rooms. Chat rooms serve a good purpose, but eventually you've got to cut that umbilical cord. Okay, you've got to cut it, because if not, you're going to be stuck in the same process over and over and over and over again, and you're not going to grow. Okay, you got to cut it. And I know it feels good. It feels good to have that umbilical cord. It feels good to be a part of a successful trading room, because you're always going to have that, I'm going to be like them. I'm going to be as successful as them. But you're not going to be that way, holding on to every word they say. And I tell my mentees the same thing. You can't. You've got to cut loose. You've got to grow. I'm always going to be here if you get in trouble, but you've got to grow. And you can't do that, stuck. And if you're in a community that there's somebody talking all day, and all this, it eventually it just wears you out. All right, so there's nothing wrong with communities, but when you're getting ready to trade, cut it off, do your thing. You can always cut it back on when you're done, but when you're trading, you got to stop the noise, because what happens, the noise is going to consume you. It's going to get all of your energy, all of your resources, all of your time, everything that you should be putting into your personal growth and your trading. Everything that you should be putting into your personal growth as a trader and your actual trading performance. Okay, noise is social media, it's YouTube, it's all of that stuff. Now, I admit, when I first started putting videos out on YouTube, I was putting it out, trying to get feedback. Not really understanding that most of the people giving me feedback are people that don't have a clue of what they're doing either. They're just regurgitating what people are saying. Like, once you get to a certain point and you're trading and you're on your own, you're not going to watch other people's videos. I don't watch anybody else's trading videos. If there's a psychology video or something dealing with trading psychology, yeah, I'm going to watch that. But nothing to do with trading, and not watching any other trader do anything, because it's noise. All right? And it takes the focus, the energy, and everything away from what I'm supposed to be doing. So my message today, kill the noise. All right, somebody asked me also about what happened with AJT. AJT, Average Joe Trading, grew up. Okay, we grew out of the space we were in, and now I'm focusing on helping individual traders reach their trading goals because knowing what I know about psychology, and I have a master's in psychology. Now that both of my kids have graduated, I am going to start working on, well, I've started this semester working on my PhD in psychology. And what I've learned in understanding about this industry, you cannot teach somebody and expect them to be successful using the popular or the generally accepted ways. Trading is hard. It's mental, psychological. It fucks with your head. Okay, and the people that I've seen the best and the most success out of are the ones that I've been helping one-on-one. And they actually convinced me to do this, and I see now what they meant. I had a blind eye to it. Even my mentor told me it's why he doesn't do it. He's like, it doesn't work. Out of 1,000 people you teach, you might have one to make it, because you can't teach people that way. And so that's where the shadow mentoring came in. We do this in 3-hour segments where I'm shadowing you trading, helping you see what the market is trying to tell you, helping you see the traps, helping you deal with when you get caught, in a market flip, and not to let that mess up your head, when you should just not trade and just watch this thing, and I've got 3 people that I've worked with for between 3 and 5 months. We don't even work together anymore. They're gone. They're doing it. I had them cut out social media, posting shit, TikTok, X, YouTube, all of this stuff. And it's made a hell of a difference. But I'm not going to talk anymore about it. If you're interested in it, you can go on the website at tradingperformancespecialist.com, leave me a message, or you could email me, ed@tradingperformancespecialist.com, and I'll get with you on that. So, the prop firm that I started working with, that I feel is as close to Take Profit Trader as you can get. Take Profit Trader is still number one for a couple of reasons, and I'll share that with you. But Trade Day is a close second. There's a couple of things that they do that I feel is beneficial, especially to brand new traders or traders that are continually struggling with your, trying to pass evals and stuff. A lot of tools here. Right now they are offering a 30% off. No activation fee. They do pay out day one, just like Take Profit Trader. Any prop firm I go to, it's going to be day one payments. I'm not going to be waiting. I don't mind doing 5 to 7 day eval period, but I'm not going to wait 5 to 7 days or 10 days to get paid. We can get paid daily. So that's what I like about that. Discount code still AJT66. However, do not use that on Take Profit Trader anymore. I got, like I said, I don't know if I told you or not, but I got hacked. Somebody hijacked it and just went crazy with everything. And it's probably because the last couple months, you guys know I haven't really been home. I've been traveling, and I've been logged in some everywhere because everything I've done has been on my laptop and all that. So I had to get some new lockdown security on everything, which was an arm and a leg, but I got that. But AJT66 is good on trade day. I'll have the new one for take profit next week. And I'll give you that. But this is the direct link. I'll have this in for trade day. But let's take a look at this. All right. So once you log in, okay? Once you log in, and you're trading, what I want to show you, and this is what I like about this. This is why I would suggest you get accounts here and open this up, because what they have all in one place. We don't have to go look anywhere else. Okay, at 8:30 or let me see, Central Time, or 7:30. So I think 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. They have a daily webinar that you can have to get your day. Like this morning, it was like 11 minutes and 24 seconds. Really short every morning. They have a full data release calendar that has all the countries. All the countries. So at any time, anything that gets released here in Japan or wherever can affect what we do. It could affect the market. You know, a lot of times we sitting there and we see the market jump here or jump there, and we try to figure out what the hell's going on. You know, all of this could be happening. But I like that. I don't have to go anywhere else to find that. Now, this is what I really love. This is their Squawk. Kind of like Benzinga. But you know, Benzinga is giving you more stock information and stuff like that. This is more futures related. But guess what? I'm trading at 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. This is giving me news that's happening overseas. This Squawk works 24 hours a day. So I love it. It's what I've been looking for, and it's been here all the time. Never could find it, because you know Benzinga cuts off and doesn't cut on until 6 o'clock in the morning. But this gives me everything. All right, then we've got the Live Squawk daily briefings on everything. Also, this is really cool. Technical analysis levels. Now, how you read this is the 5th of September 2025. It's like military dates. So 5th, you've got the Treasury bonds. This is what USTs are for, U.S. Treasury bonds. This is the indices and everything that we trade. So if you want technical analysis levels, watch this. You click on this. Here's the S&P. This is what we trade. It gives us support and resistance that we could map out on our charts. Alright, look. This is a 6-hour chart here. Kind of gives you an idea of what kind of trend we're in as well. But you got S&P, you got the NASDAQ 100. And I trade gold. Gold is my piggy bank. And you could see it has same thing for gold. But whatever you trade, crude oil, it's just right here. Everything that you need is right here. I don't have to go anywhere else. I don't really have to use the fundamental stuff, but if you want to, just read through this. You get this every morning. And again, like I said, they have a webinar that can get you set up for the day. Also have a live news feed. Also have a live news feed. So, this is one of the things that I like about it. Alright, next. Also, you can use the trade, you can use the trying to get to where okay, this isn't the one I'm looking for, but alright, but you can use NinjaTrade and Tradeovate platforms. Okay, you just have to make sure you buy the right one. Alright, so what I want to point out here is you could buy 3 different types of accounts. And what I did, since I was testing it out, I bought one of each. I bought one, this is intraday trailing drawdown, which is basically what we have on Take Profit Trader. Okay, the intraday trailing drawdown. But I like the end of day. You can see it's more expensive. Look, intraday right now at 30% off is only $69.30. End of day goes up to $115.50. Why? They calculate your max drawdown at the end of the day versus calculating it intraday. Meaning, let's say you were up $200 on a trade, and then some news or something came out, and the bottom fell out of it like that, and it hit your stop, and you lost $100. So not only will the 100 take away from your trailing drawdown, but the 200 that you had profit wise, it factors in. That's what happens with Take Profit Trader. That's why some people really don't like Take Profit Trader, because they don't like that intraday drawdown. Whereas end of day, it doesn't matter. It's only going to calculate in the day. Alright. And then I did the static one. And this one, to me, it's like, ooh, the profit target's only 1,500. Maximum drawdowns 500, but it doesn't trail. So you have a maximum drawdown of $500. So you have to reach 1,500 without losing 500. You can only trade one contract or 10 micros. Alright, so this was the first, I blew this account the first day. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I blew this account the first day. These other two were cool, because I was down over $500 at one point, but ended up making almost $900 that day. It's just crazy. But I do like the fact that you can choose the end of day, which I feel is the easiest one to work with. And again, position limit, 5 contracts on it, 50 micros. Now here's the deal. This is what is a negative well, it could be considered a negative for trade day versus take profit trader. Instead of minimum trade days as 5, these guys have 7. Also, and I'm talking about a 50K account. Let me see. I'm just going to click on this. So it's going to ask you to make sure you want to use Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, and this connects directly to your, just like it would your take profit trader. Just like your take profit trader, it'll connect to it, to both. And then, you know, you would have to check these two. Then you would click submit. And then, you know, you put in all of your payment stuff. Right here, you would type in AJT66. Or if you just use the direct link, it'll pre-populate it in there no matter what you do. Now, the other drawback. Oh, let's see. The other drop. Okay, they do have a Discord group as well. You can pay for private coaching, but you have to keep paying every time you use it. Oh gosh, where is... Oh, they also have like a restricted news calendar. This has more news on it because there are days where, you know, you can't, if you're trading energy, you can't trade when these energy reports come out. It's also good to know. These are the 3 economic data reports that we have to focus on when we're trading gold or the indices and stuff like that. And then they do have an agricultural report that's got to keep you out. You know, that you have to stay out of. So those are the things, you know, I like this. But I'm trying to find, they also have, you know, you could do your performance reports, your past evaluation performance reports you can click on. You know, it'll have your gross P&L, profit target, all that good stuff. I'm trying to find where they have the consistency rule. So the consistency rule here is going to be 30%. Okay? That's the other thing I don't like. Take profit trader, I think it's 50%. These guys are 30%, and then they add two more days. The point, you know, their reasoning behind it, so they say, is so that you can't just come up with a couple of windfall days and then you know, rest on your laurels. They want you to actually trade, because if you get $900, let's say you average in a 50K account, your profit target is 3,000. That means 900 is the most that you can really make. Now, I've made, you know, I think the most I made is $918. But I've had like 903 one day, 905 another day. But I could trade for 3 days and make, you know, $2,700. But they do not want you to just get in a trade and get out to register a day. They will ding you on that. They'll let you know, hey, that's not what we want you to do. So the smart thing about this, and the reason why I like this for newer traders, is it forces you, number one, to trade smaller, and it forces you not to rush, because you're gonna have to take trades all 7 days, and they don't want you to get lucky past your eval and then get into your profit paying and then fail, because all through the eval you just kind of got lucky a couple days and ran your account up. That's another trap that hurts new traders. Alright, so as I go through this, I'm going to, let me find the one. Here's the one I blew up. First day, blew it up. Here you go. It says I could purchase a reset. My maximum drawdown limit was 49,500. I mean, it doesn't take much to lose five. Now remember, $500 was the max you used to be able to lose and take Profit Trader, and then they went to no max. What I was doing and how I messed this up was I was trading this along with my other accounts, the end of day and the intraday, which gave you more room, and obviously this doesn't. And they have it your position limits for a reason. So I was trading 5 micros like I always do, and this kind of messed it up. So I don't recommend trading this alongside anybody else or anything else. I do recommend this for brand new traders and traders that I'm working with. I have recommended this to a couple so that it forces them not to come in and try to trade 20 or 30 micros and try to catch a 50-cent move. I mean, that's the mentality that some of these traders have. I don't know where they got it from, but I think this one works best for brand new traders just starting out, trying to figure things out. I honestly do. The only thing I don't like is that the things that I don't like, there's more than one. I don't like the fact that it's 7 days for me. I like it for brand new traders. I don't like the 30%. That's frustrating, but I do like it for newer traders trying to, get this. But those are the only two negatives that I see. The payout process, basically the same. Now, I don't know if they judge more harshly. I think they look more at flipping than Take Profit Trader does, from what I understand. And what I mean by flipping is reaching the payout in one day and then coming back and just getting in and out trades, taking 2-3 second trades for the next several days. That, I think they will nail you on. They do look for that, but other than that, everything is good. So again, if you have any questions about this and want me to take you through it, Just shoot me a email, ed@tradingperformancespecialist.com, or just go on the website and leave a message there. I'll get it too. You don't want to have to type in the email address. But I think that's about it. It's long enough. I talked long enough today. I said no longer than 30 minutes. There are some things that we will look at. Just like with Take Profit Trader, there's no reason for you to worry about until you get to a point. The main focus when you get started on any prop firm is to pass the evaluation. And if you can't pass any evaluation, don't go throw $700, $800, $1,500 at a straight to funded account, because you're going to lose that money very quickly. It happens too often. And I have to read too many of those emails. Alright, so that wraps it up for today. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. See, this is one I tried. I got 2 intradays and 1 end of day. I got 2 intradays because when I got them, it was 40% off, and they were like 50 some dollars. So I could get 2 of these for one price of this, and 2 for the price of this one. But that's what I did. So everything I told you is based on my experience through the eval phase. So if some of you guys do this, once you get to passing these, then I'll get into sharing with you the payouts, just like I did with Take Profit Trader. Alright, so have a great weekend, and I will catch you on the flip side.